with all my experience of doing internet marketing, that I think I knew everything about putting my CSS code in a separate file rather than having it in line. I didn't know that made a difference. And I just figured out how to do it on Dreamweaver. Did a couple of clicks and I fixed it. So that was just something, one little tidbit that I learned. How to find, do the keyword search, which what I used to do before was look up some competitors and see why they were coming up higher. And I figured, and using the Google keyword search tool is way more easier than doing that. And, I found a lot of good little tips that I didn't know that will help me.
Analytics showed how it was very palatable for even a layperson like I think I am. And then when we talked about Googleizing your site, I thought that really kind of broadened the focus of what everyone had said and kind of summed it up really nicely. And then the takeaway phrase was find your successful competitor and do what they do better. I like that a lot. That's a good one.
The keyword through Amazon and how we did all of us step by step, that was very awesome. Like, I was looking for this kind of training only.
The analytics part, the webmaster tools, just the realization that, oh my gosh, that's how they're doing it. That's how, when Roy's looking at the site, there's where they go to find all that information. And that, yeah, I could do that. That, okay, it's not that overwhelming. I can go on there and look at it and see what's going on and then be able to apply it to the site to improve it on my own without having to call you all the time. But
Guy, I'd like to look at stuff and see when things come in. When you guys showed up, traffic went up from 8 to 9 to 10 to 11, 12 people and stuff like that. That catches my eye. I like to see that kind of thing. But furthermore, as you can see what's occurring on your site, where you may need help at, and what's working, and say, well, okay, that part's working. We need to expand on that. This is not working at all. Let's change that. That makes sense to me.
I didn't realize there was that much information in the analytics, and maybe some of it was the newer stuff, so that's one thing we found out here, because I did know about some of the categories that were in there, but there were even more now, so you guys updated it on that. And I did find really useful about the redirects when you have a 404, an error page, that you can make use of it and send them back to your website so you don't lose them forever. And I think that would help a lot of business owners.
The whole course was great for me. I had an aha moment for just about every step that we did. One of my favorite parts was the keyword research, doing some of those things, the Amazon, because those are things I never thought about before. But I learned something valuable in every section that we did. The content, that was great as well. And even the subliminal stuff, that's down my line, and I was not even thinking about that, really. And so it, just opens up my mind and gets my mind thinking about all these different directions to go and how to put everything together. So it was fantastic.
Googleize made sense to me. I've written reports my entire career, and for me to be able to get all these words, descriptions, phrases, and all that stuff from the highest ranking parts of every great website was important. And once you put all that stuff together in a formula, in a paragraph, in a structured sentence on your webpage, to me, you're basically stealing the best from the best and making yourself up on the best. So it was fantastic and powerful.
Googleize was huge. Word Tracker. Word Tracker is like, wow, I never knew the power of Word Tracker to see what people are actually looking for. A way to find what people are actually looking for all over the web. It's like, duh. For your industry, it's really a great, powerful way to find out what to target, to what to target. So you make sure you actually have the right content for your readers, for your business. And then, with Googleize as well, add all that together, and wow, it's powerful. We're gonna
keyword research, hands down. Just the amount of low-lying fruit out there that you can monetize is just incredible when you start looking.